So it's
Oh,
people across the teams, and we talk about like, hey, some of the teams are facing this challenge. Do we have any ideas? Or hey, we
mm,
have this technical roadblock and we've got to come up with a new process for this. And so then everybody's involved with a solution. So it's not, so people don't feel like all of
mm.
these changes are just happening to them, but they're a part of the solution and they feel that shared ownership for the work. And I think that's been great too. So even within your internal teams, right, having some champions, getting people involved in the decision making, and then that connection with your peers and experts, right, to help guide you when you're stuck and you can't make it
Yeah.
over those.
I think that's a very valuable move to make towards agile maturity. Not that you're ever going to, done with the journey, as you've all said. It's really about continuous improvement, getting into that rhythm of continuous improvement. I think that's a very great, very very good idea, an example of driving maturity within a department. So as we're starting to wind down, we've got about 2 minutes or so on the clock. And time just flies, right? There's a question from Chinadu that I want to just ask, and I like the way that he stated it. What was the biggest turning point in your journey to agility and what made it successful? So, Darcy, for you, what was a turning point?
Wow. That is a tough one because I feel like it's
Mm,
constant. I feel like you're constantly learning something and having, right? If there's not one day where you're like, we've done it, we're transformed. I think you learn like little by little. And I would say that, right, having kind of those ceremonies and some of those just kind of regular cadence of things gets you there, right? So sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, another agile meeting, we're doing another agile
mm,
ceremony. But that is what facilitates all of that momentum and that collaboration and that buy in to shared goals. And so for us, it really wasn't like a single aha moment. It was just this constant gradual improvement. And then all of a sudden you look back and you remember, hey, remember how we used to do this? And I remember we asked the teams once, we're like, hey, who would want to go back? Right. And it was a unanimous no. Like we never want to go back
mm,
to the way that it used to be, right? But it does take a little time to get there, but I think it's like these baby steps along the way. At least it was for
mm,
us.
I would
yeah.
100% agree. I don't think I think you have to celebrate the wins as you go, and I don't think there is a specific point in time where you can say, "We've mastered this. We've nailed it." Like,
Mm,
the transformation is behind us. Transformation will continue every single day, every single week, as we learn and as we grow, as the market changes, but I think that's one of the great benefits of Agile is as all of these things, technology, environments, regulations, whatever it be, customer preferences change, you're equipped to pivot and change rapidly with those changes that we just historically weren't ready to
mm.
do. So I would agree. I don't think that there's a single point in time. It's an ongoing journey.